Anyway, this is where I'm at on the printer. I've got everything working. I've got the homing for everything. The X works, the Y works, the Z works, but I don't have the board here mounted yet. Before I had a metal, like the frame up here, but I decided to go with the board because the metal frame was just bending and I couldn't get it to keep straight and flat, so I decided to go with the board because it'd be lighter and easier on the motors. So I did actually even change the motors. I changed the gears out. You can see there. I went with a bigger gear, and so far it seems to be working alright. And I got the board up here, the ramps board and everything, along with that other extruder. And I also have, let me see if I can get this here. I got a custom graphics I put on here. I'm going to go ahead and restart it. Got my logo and everything. And all the upper part of the graphics right here, you can see that it's not quite the standard. I made my own. That's supposed to be an animation, so is the fan, but it only does that when it prints. So anyway, this is where I'm at with the printer right now. Got everything working. The Z-axis actually even works right now. Oh, it's so blurry. But yeah, everything seems to be working so far. See the Z-axis, if I move it, hopefully it'll work. I got like a bad connection because what I had to do is run the motors in series instead of parallel. Let's get enough power. There it goes. That's working fine. I made a little custom power case with a switch for the power supply there. I'm going to have another power supply just for the bed though. It's going to be an ATX computer power supply because it's going to require a lot of power. And I don't have this all the way done yet. I got to put the heater boards, the insulation, and then the corner mounts. I'm just going to have a couple of these. These are previous prototype. I'm going to have like these, 4 of these. Whoop. Here's one of the real ones. But I'm going to have 4 of these sitting on there. So the glass, or the aluminum will sit on here and then the glass will sit on there. I measured that the glass is exactly 18 inches, but I just need to cut it to length. So the width is fine, the length I need to change though. Other than that, everything seems to be going good. It's taken me a while to get everything done. This extruder does work, it's just, I don't know, it's having troubles. I was trying to extrude with this nozzle here, the big one. But it's got I got an 8mm, or 0.8mm nozzle on that one, and the other one's 0.5. But it's just too much power for that or something, I don't know. I probably need to reprint the gears because I finally got my printer tuned in to where both X and Y are almost exactly 20mm. It's within 100th of that. But other than that, everything seems to be going good. I got these both on here. The belts actually work pretty good. This one I had to tighten because it was kind of loose, but that works great. So both those turn this rod. It's got one rod there, and then the other one's down here. I got kind of messed up one on the other end there. I'll show that later. But I got some spool holders here. I don't know. I got an old dirty spool that just feeds into the extruder right there. I put one over here and one on the other side simply because I didn't have room for 2 of them. 2 spools and the extruders on one side. And whoop, and the screen either. So I went ahead and just put one on the other side and one right there, and I put the control board there. When I first designed this thing, I didn't have any idea where I was going to put the control board, but I made that little piece and printed it out. It turned out pretty good. It stays up there pretty well. And I got everything wired and routed. I might have to get a brace for this just to make sure that it holds up better in the middle, so it kind of droops. And I put these little Velcro things on everything to hold everything in place. And what else did I do? Got the end stops in here, so which is just this hits this here. It's the nice little roller wheel ones. Pretty nice. They're almost like a mouse switch. They're kind of tiny. But with that, I'm also, oh yeah, working on a new mount for the extruder head, because or the hot end heads. I want to have it so that it's adjustable and have a spring mechanism to be able to adjust the height on the hot ends, because they're not quite level and I won't be able to get them level with that one that I have on there. I'm probably going to be only printing with one extruder for now. I'll get that figured out later on though, because I want to have it adjustable. Otherwise it's just not going to work. But I got this printed out. It's just for each side, and then normally the thing has 2 holes, but I made an extra hole to be able to attach like a, actually I do need to get the fan on there for the, not the hot end fans, but the bed fan for the cooling the filament while you print. I need to get that. That's what I'm probably going to put in here. Just have something in here, the fan for both of them. And this is just to brace the PTFE tube on there so it's not pulling directly on the head. But I'm going to try to get this working better. So far it seems to work kind of so far, but it's a little bit too loose, and because I had springs, not springs, but bearings on the sides here that would roll up and down. The springs holding these in, so you could move up and you could adjust it with these. And that seemed to work. I just need to get that done. Other than that, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really know what else I need to do. I just need to finish the bed and get the glass cut. I'm using an old door from a stereo. Remember those things from the 80s, 90s? The used to have your home receiver and your tape player and all that stuff. A lot of them, and back then used to have glass fronts on them. I have one that's been laying around here forever and it hasn't broken, so that should work for it. Anyway, that's the update for now. Thanks for watching.